If you're looking to improve your diet in 2025, this video is for you. There's a lot of misleading diet advice and trendy food fads out there. So today, we're going to take a walk through the grocery store together. I'll break down what's best to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Explain why these choices are actually good for you. Show you how to get the most value for your money. And point out which so-called healthy foods aren't as good as they seem. Let's start with breakfast. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you probably remember being told that butter was unhealthy because it's high in saturated fat and that margarine was the smarter choice. But we now know that advice was wrong. Margarine and other spreads often contain heavily processed oils, soybean, canola, palm oil, that are actually more inflammatory than butter itself. Real butter, especially when it's grass-fed, is a much healthier option. The key is quality. European-style butters usually contain more fat and a creamier texture compared to American brands, and grass-fed versions are loaded with extra nutrients like omega-3s and fat-soluble vitamins. Brands like Kerrygold, Vital Farms, Aldi's Irish Butter, and Costco's grass-fed butter are some of the best options you'll find. Now, let's talk about eggs. Not all eggs are equal. The cartons labeled cage-free or free-range often sound good, but they're mostly marketing tricks. Those chickens usually never see the outdoors. Pasture-raised eggs, on the other hand, come from hens that roam freely, eat grass, bugs, and worms, and get supplemental feed. As a result, their eggs are richer and nutrients higher in omega-3s health, vitamin E, and beta-carotene while also tasting better. They cost only a little more than standard eggs, but the nutritional upgrade is huge. Bread can be another confusing aisle. Many loaves labeled wheat or multigrain are really just enriched flour mixed with sugar and preservatives. Real bread should be simple, made with whole grains, seeds, nuts, and little to no added sugar. If the ingredient list is long, includes soybean oil, or mentions enriched flour, put it back. A truly good loaf should have plenty of fiber and natural ingredients. Sprouted or seed-based breads are usually the best bet. Coffee and tea are staples for many of us, but they come with their own traps. Flavored coffees almost always contain artificial or so-called natural flavors, which aren't natural at all. K-cups and coffee pods, while convenient, often leach chemicals from the plastic and aluminum during brewing. Stick with ground or whole bean coffee, preferably single. When it comes to creamers, avoid the fake powdered versions made from corn syrup solids and hydrogenated oils. Use real milk, cream, or a clean plant-based alternative instead. For tea, choose loose leaf over tea bags, since most bags are made of bleached paper or plastic that releases chemicals when steeped in hot water. Cereal is another common breakfast choice, but most boxed cereals, even the ones marketed as healthy, are just sugar-loaded, processed grains, reinforced with synthetic vitamins. A much better option is plain rolled oats. They're cheaper, higher in fiber, and naturally packed with nutrients like iron and zinc, making them a much smarter way to start your day. For lunch, canned fish is one of the most affordable and nutritious options. Tuna and wild-caught salmon are protein-rich, high in omega-3 south, and far less expensive than fresh fillets. Just mix them with a clean mayonnaise for a quick salad, or form patties for a protein-packed meal. When buying turkey or deli meats, avoid the ones full of fillers, preservatives, and artificial flavorings. Brands like Applegate offer much cleaner options, and their organic versions are even better. Chips and snacks don't have to be completely off-limits, but the oil they're cooked in matters. Most chips are fried in cheap seed oils like soybean or canola, which are highly inflammatory. A smarter swap is chips fried in avocado or coconut oil. They're still a treat, but far less harmful. Dinner is where quality really counts. Grass-fed beef is far more nutrient-dense than conventional grain-fed beef. With higher levels of omega-3 south, vitamins, and it's also better for the environment. Similarly, wild salmon beats farmed salmon every time, not only for taste and natural color, but also for its superior nutritional profile. Remember the rule: you are what your food eats. Grass-fed and wild-caught animals pass on their nutrients to you. So if your goal in 2025 is to eat healthier, ignore the trendy diets and gimmicky advice. Focus on simple, real foods made from quality ingredients, foods you recognize, can pronounce, and that haven't been overly processed. That's how you build a diet that keeps you healthier for the long run.